right now.
Okay.
Okay.
From the Lou, did you ever have chip on your shoulder because everything was LA, New York? I always talk about that with the Midwest, man. I'd be like,
goddamn right.
Yeah.
Goddamn right. But you gotta understand, my era of music was the toughest era in hip hop ever. Ever. When I put out songs, I had to go against DMX,
Eminem,
Jay-Z, Eminem, Lil Wayne, 50 Cent, Luda. All of us are fighting for one spot. So from 99 to like 2008, 10, it's the hardest era ever to get right.
This M. Pimp Juice and us.
Nigga, shut up. We heard what Cat Williams said about you, session. So yeah, he's saying 2000s was the hardest era of music because there was so many superstars that were going for the number one spot. What's your thoughts?
I agree.
Why? Because I completely disagree.
You completely disagree?
Strongly disagree, and I think that's horrible logic to use. I just think he did that to boost himself up because he wanted to make his career look outstanding.
Well, I mean, he did go diamond.
Okay.
You know, he didn't last that long. Shit. He didn't last that long.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't think his music, for me, it just didn't. Because, I mean, he had some songs throughout, sprinkled out. Pink Juice came later and all of that shit. But he did his little country album and all that shit. But, I mean, I say it was simply because of, to me, like, when you look at artists now and music now, nobody's really selling that many records. You only have a few people that are stand out. You have the Drakes, you have a Travis Scott, you have a Kendrick. But J. Cole, how many albums is J. Cole really selling? He hasn't sold Kendrick or Drake's numbers. You know, he's a superstar, don't get me wrong, but you look at the numbers that these were moving opposed to what they're moving now. I think that everybody's famous at this point. You got 50,000 rappers. Everybody's famous, so strictly because of social media. So I feel like with that was real generic, and like the music was more, not generic, but it's genuine. And all of these sales were real. And so literally you can go on Instagram right now, TikTok, and somebody's famous off of rapping or making a song.
Okay.
So how many superstars are there really in rap right now at this point?
3, maybe. Cole, Kendrick, Ye, Drake.
And then everybody else falls under it.
Yeah.
And so you look at, I agree with him to that point where you look at how many people there was. You had the Jay, you had Nas, you had Eminem, DMX, you had Ludacris was coming up, you had 50 Cent did what he did. You know, you even look at when 05 when Young Jeezy came out, you had that whole with the South. It's just you had to be somebody and you had to make big records to kind of go accordingly.
Right.
Anybody else now, you hear their song for 2 seconds, you hear an album for 2 seconds, and it's a rap. Albums don't last long, songs don't last long.
Okay.
So that's just my thought.
I mean, you literally just described why it's harder in today's era than it is back in the day.
How?
Because it's tougher to sell music. Nobody's selling.
But
there's no superstars. You can't even be relevant with just music alone. It's nobody that's just relevant because they're music.
But I think that's the point.
Mainstream artist that's relevant.
But I think that's the point he was making. His era of music was tougher. Everybody's getting famous outside of just straight music.
That's the point, because music is harder to sell now. It was easy to sell.
But you're already famous. You're making money off of this. You're good. You're doing whatever. I don't think people are even intentionally trying to sell music at this point.
Because they can't. That's my point. He's talking about competing for the number one spot because that was a feasible thing.
Because I don't think they're good enough.
What artist today is planning to get a number one song on a Billboard? Which one of these artists is expecting that? Outside of the Drakes, J. Cole just got his first number one
ever
as a superstar.
Ever.
What rapper is expecting to get a number one Billboard? If I go back to 2000s, every nigga he listed got a chance to get a number one spot on the Billboard. Every nigga he listed is going platinum. Everybody. It was a bunch of superstars. It was easy to be a superstar.
Because they actually had good music at this point. I think
that's debatable. That's debatable. It's a matter of preference. Because Soulja Boy was one of the most successful ever. Would you call his music quality? All right then. It was easier to sell music at that time. Yeah or no? Was Soulja Boy not popping in 2000s? Was Soulja Boy not going diamond?
2008.
He said 99 to 2010, right?
Okay.
So that's all I'm saying. So I can name 20 rappers that was superstars off one album back in the day. 50 Cent, Soulja Boy. I'm just saying, your debut album. You cannot drop a debut album today and expect to be a superstar. It's physically impossible.
We don't even know when people's debut album is.
My point is
they drop 50 albums.
That's my point.
Then they come out and say, "Hey, this is a debut album."
What he said? Ludacris, platinum selling artist. T.I., platinum selling artist. Jeezy, Jay-Z, Nas, Wu-Tang was still dropping albums. LL Cool J was still dropping albums. Mace, DMX, must I go on? Everybody was successful in the 2000s. Jadakiss, Fabulous,
they're way more successful. The rappers are way more successful now than they are.
That's not true, bro.
They're more successful. Period. More than
how?
They're getting money outside of music.
We're not talking about money.
But
he said going for a number one spot, so you switching the argument. We didn't say who getting the most money.
Because he's strictly talking about music.
But my point is
and I'm saying that to me it was tougher. You had better quality artists to me in that time.
Everybody's just out. You can't measure what's quality art. That's a matter of opinion. So you got to move.
No, my opinion is right.
That's cool. What I'm saying
is, no. I'm just saying, my opinion is correct. He said it
was tougher because he had to compete for a number one spot.
Because you had to compete with greats. I don't think anybody's competing with the great. Everybody's just.
That's my point. It ain't no greats. It's because it's harder to be great because nobody cares about music. It's superstars back in the day. You can be a debut artist that just got introduced by 50 Cent and go number fucking one. Drake can introduce a nigga like 4 Bats. What number one song do we expect for him to have? What number one album do we expect for 4 Bats to do? He introduced the fucking Party Next Door. What did his career do? He introduced The Weeknd. The Weeknd separated for him to go number one. Like, what are you talking about?
He did.
Lil Wayne had to introduce 20 people to get 3 successful ones. The rest of it's like this. It's nobody that's coming out that's successful to the level that it was back in the day. Anybody could sell a record. Rich Boy was going platinum. Any one hit wonder. Any of them niggas. Name them.
Their quality.
That's your opinion.
I don't think no.
That's your opinion. The point is the music business was more emphasized. You can be a superstar off just music alone. Now,
I agree with that part.
That's what I'm saying. So,
but I still stand on facts that it was quality music. I don't care what you
what I'm saying. That's fine. That's fine. You can find people that like this era of music better back then. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't these type of artists. It wasn't no Young Thugs. It wasn't none of that. There was no Futures back then. So cool. We can agree or disagree on who was a better artist back then. Point is, everybody was a superstar that was selling platinum albums at that time. You know how hard it is to go platinum as a new artist in the 2020s? Do you know how difficult it is to sell an album? The niggas that been in the game 15 years as stars cannot even sell 50,000 first week in 2024.
Who?
Doja Cat sold $50,000 and she had a number one record. I mean, so 50,000 albums first week and she had a number one record on that same album.
See?
That's my point exactly.
No. There's a point right there. You ain't gotta sell that much to get that number one.
The point is, I said, first of all, she can't sell records. Back in the day, she would have sold 300,000 first week.
No, put out better quality.
Doja Cat ain't got quality.
No, she do. She got.
What are we talking about? I'm saying, is Doja Cat not more? Gunna sold 80,000 records, and they was calling that rap album of the year in 2023.
Get more people to like your music, bitch. Fuck these niggas.
Streaming don't count the same as records.
It don't. It's like 1,500.
So that's why it makes it more difficult.
You're right.
Niggas got a bundle. They got to sell 3-4 different versions of an album just to be in a conversation of 100,000.
Yeah, bitch ass niggas, man, trash.
Kanye West been dominating with an album, and he sold 150 first week. Like, this is Kanye West, bro. And he been whooping the rest of these niggas. We been waiting on Schoolboy Q, me, all these niggas to drop. They didn't drop, and Kanye's out selling these niggas, and he's canceled. That lets you know the state of the music. If you ain't Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, Travis Scott, you're not doing anything successful off music in the industry. That's a fact. None of these niggas is making no noise.
I don't think any of these niggas want to be successful with music.
That's my point. Everybody back then, their focus was, like he said, I want to compete with Eminem, Lil Wayne.
And I feel that's why I feel like it was tougher because niggas actually wanted to compete and do music at that time.
Because they knew that could actually happen. You can focus on the best body of work of all time. It's not going to make a difference unless you got a name. Nelly debuted in 2000 with Country Grammar. Nobody knew who the fuck he was. Midwest was never popping. It was nobody out of there that ever had a name. He came out and went diamond.
He had a pop song.
He had Country Grammar and the shit went diamond. Please tell me, can you ever envision that happening in 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024? Please tell me.
I think somebody recently just went down, like Post Malone or something like that.
Post Malone came out years ago. I said in the 2020s.
We gotta see what happens.
I asked you, who can you even possibly align that to? Because if a nigga come out and get that successful in 2024, they're gonna call him a plant.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be like Drake, J. Cole, Travis, or Kendrick.
I said that came out in the 2020s.
I don't even know who came out in 2020.
That's my point. That's my point. It was regular for a nigga to drop a debut album in the 2000s and go #1 and sell platinum records.
I think you're wrong.
Tell me where to lie at. Ludacris was selling. Lauryn Hill was selling. All these niggas was selling, man. Everybody was selling records.
Because they had coke in their records, though. The fuck? They had coke in their records, man.
Massacre, so how many records that shit was trash?
In your opinion?
That's what I said to begin with, right? So that's why I say I can't measure quality music, right? That's what I said, right?
Hold on, this is where we differ. Like, you have an opinion, I have facts.
Look at these niggas, man. Look at these niggas. Look at all these niggas that Eminem, platinum. Who is this nigga? Who is this? Ghostface Killer, platinum. Common, platinum. Outkast, diamond. Like who is he? Everybody was selling records, man. Dead Prez, Slum Village, all these bum ass niggas that was dropping random albums.
They were dropping quality music, dog. They were dropping quality fucking music.
The Wu-Tang, the double Wu-Tang been out of style niggas still selling records.
Big L, come on, this is classic music right here.
You can't name a song by Big L. Beanie Siegel, Rod Digger, come on, come on, dog. Come on, dog. Scarface. Like, come on, bro. Everybody was set. Snoop Dogg. Big Pun.
You naming greats.
That's cool. It could be great. You know why? Because they were selling fucking records.
Nah, they were great. They were greats.
Yeah, tell me a great that didn't sell no records.
That didn't sell no records?
Yeah, go ahead.
That didn't?
Yeah. Exactly.
Fab
ain't selling records.
Fab wasn't selling records like that.
I'm asking you, compared to what? Compared to what? Because 80,000 get you album of the year in 2023. How many Fab was selling? Street Dreams, right? That was the debut? What's the name of the debut?
No, debut was Ghetto Fabulous.
Ghetto Fabulous?
Yep. 2001, September 11th.
143 first week. That's not no records? Platinum album. I'm asking you a question.
No.
What Street Dreams sold in 03?
Mm-hmm. First week?
I'm trying to look it up. 185,000, bro.
Because Fab was a quality artist. Look at Gunna.
I know, right?
You think Gunna and Fab is the same thing? No.
I know, right? What I'm saying
is... Get Gunna snitch ass up out of here.
Snitch
rat ass nigga.
Tell that nigga Nelly stop lying, man. Everybody was good in music in fucking 2000s, man. Everybody was a superstar in 2000. It was 50,000 superstars. It was Lil Bow Wow, Romeo, Master P. All them niggas was selling records, man. Romeo couldn't rap for shit and he was a superstar, little kid rapper.
Because Master P was his daddy.
My point exactly. All it takes is a nigga to introduce you.
And he had a TV show.
How you get a TV show? How are the bum ass nigga rapping like that?
Because his daddy.
You know who else had a TV show? Nelly, T.I., all them niggas had TV shows. You know why? Because it was easy to be a superstar back then.
All you niggas are superstars now, man.
Who?
Look at Playboy Cardi. We ain't seen this.
Go ahead. Give me 10 superstars.
Right now?
Yeah, because Nelly already named 10 of them in 2000. Yeah, give me 10 superstars.
Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick, Travis Scott. Let me see, Doja Cat. 21 Savage.
You might want to rethink Doja Cat.
We just went to a concert that was sold out.
A lot of people sell out concerts. Ghana just sold out his tour when he dropped the dates. What's your point?
I think Doja Cat is. Doja Cat.
I mean, we selling 50,000 first week, then we got a different measurement of superstar.
Okay. Also, what's your boy name? What's the big boy?
You tell
Rod
me.
Wave.
If that's a superstar, cool. That's what I'm saying. You look at the definition. Is Rod Wave bigger than Ludacris was? Yes or no? Is Rod Wave bigger than Ja Rule was? Yes or no?
Oh, Ja Rule was huge.
I'm asking you about Ludacris. Was Rod Wave bigger than T.I. was? Yes or no?
I don't know.
Was Rod Wave bigger than Jeezy was? Yes or no?
Technically, he is. He's bigger than Otis.
It's over with, man. Tell
Technically,
Nelly knock it the fuck off, man. You want to hype about you selling all these records because you always getting left out the conversation, man.
He went diamond, man.
Exactly. He's trying to hype up that diamond shit.
That one
because he always left out the conversation. Because he be like, man, I also all these niggas I was competing with Lil Wayne. We don't give a fuck.
I mean, to be honest, Nelly wasn't competing with anybody.
Thank you. He was the only nigga in that lane making that type of music.
Because nobody was called Nelly a rapper. Nobody was just complaining about if Nelly getting these bars.
Nigga, Flo Rida was a fucking super. Like, stop it, bro. Pitbull, Plies, Trick Daddy. Are you kidding me? Everybody was popular in the 2000s.
They made better music.
What's the nigga name? Silk the Shocker. Nick Cannon was a good rapper in the 2000s.
No, he
bro.
wasn't a good rapper.
Nick Cannon had a hit record in the 2000s.
Because he had R. Kelly.
I know, because everybody could be a superstar.
You know what I'm saying? Because R. Kelly was out here showing that, peeing on people's eye.
Alright.
So that was a little nuts.
Drake gave I Love McConan one of the biggest features of that time. And what the fuck happened to him? Nick Cannon became bigger than I Love McConan. That's what the fuck happened. It was easy to become a superstar.
That's because Nick Cannon has a TV show. And movies.
And guess what? If it was I Love McConan that got that R. Kelly feature, he would have had a TV show too, nigga. Everybody got a TV show back in the day. Stop it.
I feel like it's hate, man.
Christina Milian, J-Lo, everybody was popping in the 2000s. I don't want to hear that shit, man. Stop it, Nelly.
So what do you feel? Okay, with that being said, let me just ask this.
3-6 Mafia, I'm keep going. UGK, all these niggas, man. Go ahead.
What do you feel?
Cisco, all these niggas. Missy Elliott. Come on, man.
You naming
Lil Jon.
You naming bona fide superstars though that are still like.
That's my point.
You're naming superstars that are still superstars to this day.
Mr. Cole still a superstar?
I mean, they still talk about him. He in jail now.
P.D. Pablo still a superstar?
They still play his music.
Mano still a superstar?
He's still on radio.
All right.
He naming these people that's relevant still.
Imagine
still
Busta Rhymes.
He's still relevant.
These niggas is washed up.
You just seen Busta Rhymes.
Twister still a superstar.
You seen Twister rapping.
Is Twister still a superstar?
You seen Twister rapping.
That's superstar behavior, right? So Soulja Boy still a superstar. Chingy still a superstar.
I don't know.
Everybody was a superstar, man. Get Nelly the fuck out of here, man. Joe Budden.
He got one of the biggest podcasts in the fucking world. He's still relevant.
I'm done with this shit, man. It's
hey,
over.
man.
Lupe
Right, so
Fiasco, everybody was selling records. Man.
All right, tell me, what was the better era of music then? What do you feel is the better era of music?
2010s. I'll go 90s, then 2010s.
So 2000s to 2010, no?
Well, I thought we was going by the decades, right? Are we doing decades, or what you mean by era? How you want to define it?
Do you consider so when you say from the 90s until when?
The 90s, like the decade of the 90s.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So you don't put which is the decade of the 2000s. No, they fall short of the 2010s.
I'm saying the number one for me will be between the 90s and the 2010s.
Okay.
Yeah, you got Ye, Jay-Z, all that. In 2010s and 90s, you got Pop, West Coast, all that. So for me, it'd be between those two.
So you'd probably be for the 2000s and then the 90s.
No.
Because for me.
Oh, you talking about you?
Yeah, because I mean, to me, that's when that was the J's and then the Ye.
It wasn't this year.
It felt like a better Ye. It was
2010.
I said 2000, 2010. Yeah, the 2011 and up, and then that goes on. But up until Ye dropped his best 4 albums between 2000 and 2010.
It's debatable, but I wouldn't argue. I mean, I'm not mad at that.
I mean, that's when My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy came out in 2010?
Yeah.
Yeah. And his first 3 albums were...
2010 is the 10s.
That's 2011 is the 10s.
No. It's 2000 to 2009. The 10s start with 2010.
I don't know. I just don't agree.
That don't make sense. That don't even make sense.
You got to do...
How would the 2010 be included in the 2000s if it's a 10?
That's just where I stopped it off at.
Nigga trying to include everything.
Yeah. 10 years.
Yeah, I go, I like, even though I like Eclipse is in 2000. 2000 might be third. Definitely be third. Then you go, 80s is up there too, but that's not for rap though. So.
Who?
It's not for rap. The 80s.
It's
not for rap though.
That's you had Cool J. You had Run DMC.
Man, stop it, bro. Stop it.
Yeah, I feel it. Well, when Straight Outta Compton come out, 80s.
Yeah, 88.
Yeah, that was great rap.
Okay.
That was classic.
90s, you got Jay, Nas, Biggie, Ghetto Boys, DMX, Missy, Big Pun, Ice Cube,
Snoop Dogg,
Lauryn Hill, Snoop Dogg, Pop, DJ Quick, Mos Def. Yeah, 90s is tough.
I mean, I think 80s rap was alright.
Let me see who was in
My Adidas.
You got motherfucking Kumo D. Yeah, this is KRS-One.
Yeah, you got Run DMC. You had BC Boys, NWA, De La Soul, Curtis Blow.
Curtis Blow.
Slick Rick, 2 Live Crew, Fresh Prince, Kid and Play.
Never.
The DOC, Salt and Pepper, Biz Markie, Too Short, Tone Loc, Public Enemy.
Never.
Come on, man. Houdini.
Yeah, because I'm a hoe. You know I'm a hoe. Yeah, Houdini, right? Stop.
You know what I'm saying? Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5.
Let me see what the 2010s.
Ice-T. Dana Dane.
Who?
Yeah, Eric B. and Rakim.
I ain't know who you talking about. No.
Rob Bass.
Who?
Dog. Special Ed. Dougie Fresh, come on, dog. MC Light, EPMD.
Let me look what 2010s was talking about.
Man, you are nuts.
Niggas had Drake, Kendrick, Future, Migos, Thug, Nicki, Wayne. That's what I did.
Go ahead, Playboy Cardi, Fetty Wap, Jude. Come on, dog. Name the rest of these niggas, dog.
I named all the big dogs.
Name the rest of these niggas,
You know
dog.
what Ray Sherman was doing, nigga. Stop it.
That's my mannequin challenge.
Yeah, Travis was in there too. Rick Ross. Oh, we ain't gonna talk about Rick Ross, Kelly.
Oh, yeah.
Forgot,
Rick Ross has one of the
Wale.
greatest.
Yeah, let's keep that going. Big Sean, Young Dolph. Yeah, Gucci. Just saying.
Gucci been out since 2000.
Teflon Don was 2010. Now let's keep it real.
You're right.
Let's keep it real. God forgives, I don't. Yeah, had a couple.
But Deeper Than Rap is what? 2008?
So nah,
Yeah.
Just missed out. You know what I mean? Come on, few beats.
That was a great album.
It was. So I start with Teflon Don. Nigga. I start the best one.